Yes, very good afternoon, dear students. So today we focused upon the one sample program of C programming. That is, I'm taking the example of bubble sorting. Okay, so why I'm taking this? Because there will be some for loops are there, if loops we are using. Okay, so how it is executed, this point also we will clear here. How to execute step by step, how to give the debugging, isn't it? So all points today we have to cover. So I will show you the how bubble sorting will work. Okay. First of all, we are taking 5 element first. So sorting कैसे होगा? How we are compare first element with second element? I hope everyone clear the array concept now. Is there any difficulty regarding array data structure? Yes, student. It's any difficulty?
No, ma'am.
Yes, if you are clearing the array data structure, then it is easy to implementation of today's code. Okay. So without wasting much time, we'll just focus on bubble sorting. Just have a look.
Sort an array of elements. So let's see how the bubble sort algorithm works with an example. This is my array and these are the indexes. As you can see, the elements in the array are not sorted. We want to sort this array in ascending order. So what bubble sort does is, it's going to try to push the largest element to the last index. So how is it going to go about pushing the last element to the last index, or the greatest element to the last index? This algorithm will compare the elements 2 at a time. So first let's compare these two. 7 and 2. 7 is greater than 2 and so should come to the right of 2. So this is not the correct order in which these two elements are at. So what are we going to do? 7 is greater than 2, therefore swap. So let's see how the array looks after having swapped. Now we have swapped those two elements. Let's look at the next two elements, index 1 and index 2. 7 is less than 12. So for this pair, 7 and 12, they are in the correct positions. 12 should come after 7 because it's greater than 7, so it's fine. So there is no swapping to be done in this case. Let's see what the next two elements we are going to compare are.
Dear students, a very important thing here, just concentrate. We are arranging the element in ascending order. So first of all, the elements are 7, 2, 12, 8, 30. 3. So it should be given as 2, 3, 7, 8, and 12. Isn't it? So we are arranging the data in ascending order and we are storing the element in given an array. Okay. So first iteration mein kya hua? First we are comparing these two numbers. 7 is greater than 2. So swapping is necessary or not? Just tell me. Yes, student. Swapping is necessary here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So why? Because first number is greater than second number. That's why we are doing the swapping here. So how swapping will do, how we'll see in later. You just concentrate how this technique will work. Okay.
So this time we are going to compare element at index 2 and element at index 3. 12 is greater than 8. So we want 12 to come after 8. But it's not in the correct order as of now. So what will we do? We will swap these elements. Let's look at the next set of elements we're going to compare. We're going to compare the elements at index 3 and index 4. 12 is greater than 3, and so we want 12 to come after 3. So we are going to swap these two elements. Once we swap these two elements, we will get an array which looks like this. As you can see, once we have reached the end of the array, then the largest element is pushed to the last index of the array. So now we have placed the correct element in the last position. Now let's look at the next index, which is index 3. So now within this range from 0 to 3, we will push the largest element to the last index within this range.
Dear students, here I hope everyone clear that this is called as a pass 1. Okay, first pass में जो होता है that is last location में जो element जाएगा वो fix होगा, means सबसे largest element कौन सा है 12. So 12 कहाँ गया in last location, isn't it? So वो अभी हिलेगा नहीं. ओके तो कंपैरिजन किस में होगा, ये 3 एलिमेंट में होगा. मींस ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट टोटल नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स कितने हैं 1 2 3 4 5. सो इफ इट इज टोटल नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स आर 5, the passage is required 4, that is n-1, isn't it? So this is all about, all operation comes under into pass 1. Okay, and now let's start the second pass.
We're going to do the same set of steps. We will compare 2 and 7, they are in the correct order. We'll compare 7 and 8, they are in the correct order. We'll compare 8 and 3, they are not in the correct order, so we will swap. And that's how we can get 8 to the last index of this range. So the second largest element in the array is going to be pushed to the second last index in the array. Once we do that, we will get an array which looks like this. As you can see, 8 and 12 are now in the correct positions. Then we will do the same process for this range. So we are going to compare 2 and 7, they are in the correct order. Then we compare 7 and 3, they are not in the correct order, and so we will swap. After pushing the largest element to the end of this range, we will get an array which looks something like this. Now 7, 8 and 12 have come to their correct positions. So now the range in which we must push the largest element to the end is going to be this. Now we compare 2 and 3, they are in the correct order, so there is no swapping to be done. So once that has been completed and we know that no swapping is to be done, we get an array which looks like this. Now 3, 7, 8 and 12 have all come to their correct positions. When we place all but one element in their correct positions, we can assume that automatically that last element is going to be placed in its correct position. As you can see, 2, it was not pushed in an array to the end at any point of time, but it has arrived at its correct position. So this is how Bubblle sort is going to sort an array of numbers. It's going to take the largest element within a range and push it to the end of that range.
Okay, so dear students, here I hope everyone clear how the Bubblle sort will work. Okay, so we have taken one array here, that is total number of element is 5. Okay, elements are stored. Okay, and first number is compared with second. If first number, that is 7, is greater than second number, so we need to swap it. Okay, so 7 greater at 2, so that's why we need to swap 2 is here and 7 is here. After second iteration, we have to check second and third element, that is 7 is compared with 12. So 7 is greater than 12, no, so no need to swap it. Okay, we'll go to the next step, that is again we'll compare this next to next, that is 12 is compared with 8. Yes, 12 is greater than 8. Yes, so swapping is necessary, so we'll swap it, means we are exchange the element. Okay, 12 की पोजीशन पे कौन जाएगा, 8, और 8 की पोजीशन पे 12 आएगा, like this. और लास्ट जो पास होगा, उस पास में क्या होगा, हमारा लास्ट सबसे ग्रेटेस्ट जो नंबर है उस पोजीशन पे चला जाएगा, isn't it? So we are not going to that iteration. मतलब मुझे अभी फिर से कहाँ से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, where I am going to start the iteration here, that is from 0th location. Okay, so again we have to check 0 to 1, means second pass, it start from second pass. Okay, जैसे ही सेकंड लास्ट एलिमेंट जो ग्रेटेस्ट वाला एलिमेंट है, जैसे 8 उसके पोजीशन पे चला गया, क्योंकि 8 से ग्रेटेस्ट एलिमेंट सिर्फ 12 था, वो उसके पोजीशन पे चला गया, बिकॉज हम असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में अरेंज कर रहे हैं. ओके, सो दिस इज पास 2, दिस इज पास 3 एंड दिस इज पास 4. सो टोटल हाउ मेनी passes are there? Total 4 passes are there when we are taking number of elements is 5. And why it is called as bubble sort? Because bubbles were created. First number is compared with second, second compared with third, third compared with fourth, fourth compared with fifth. Likewise, bubbles are created. That's why it is called as bubble sort. So I hope everyone clear how bubble sort will work. I hope everyone clear now. Yes. First of all, you have to clear theoretical part. Why I'm taking this example? Because this code you have to implement either in Python or C++ language in our daily DSL assignment. Okay, so that's why I'm taking this assignment. So I hope you're clear now. It's any ambiguity here? Yes, student. I hope everyone clear how bubble sort will work. We'll take one example and we'll start the coding so that we'll directly move on to the hands-on session. Clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for acknowledgement. Now, yes, now we'll focus upon the coding part. Okay. Yes. Okay, so now we'll start the online GDB now. Okay, fine. So I will take another, yes, students, I'm using online GDB here for coding purpose. Okay, so it's a very good platform that we can implement programming Python, C, C++. You can check the languages here, that is C++, then Turbo C, then VB, HTML, Ruby, Perl. You cannot imagine that what are the different languages we can use here. Okay, that's why we are using this online GDB platform. Okay, for AIDS students, I'm actually introducing this part. Okay, so I'm selecting C. Now I have created my own account here, so I'm just create a new project here. Okay, this I'm leaving here. I will take new project and we'll start the coding. Okay, fine. So yes, I want to save that code. Let's say I'm taking Bubblle final. Okay, this is the name of my code. If I'm saving it, so it directly save it in C language. No need to give the extension here. Okay, fine. So this is the simple format given that C programming, that is hash include stdio.h is required for what purpose? This is header file inclusion. Now you should understand. I have told you in first session, that is for each and every line you have to give the comment, so that when we are studying this program next time, you should clear line by line code. Okay, so this is for header file declaration, we can say. Okay, or we can include that file. Okay, header file हम क्या कर रहे हैं, उसको include कर रहे हैं. For what purpose? For scanf printf purpose, for displaying code in C, that printf, and for scanning reading the data from keyword we required scanf here. Okay, so that's why I'm taking this. Okay, now what is the syntax of C language? After that we are declaring some global variable, but I'm not taking some global variable, I'm taking the function. So I hope, dear students, you have cleared the concept of function that faculties has taken. My colleagues has taken the session on functions. I hope everyone clear now. Okay, so I'm taking the bubble sort function. So this is function declaration I'm taking. Okay, that is bubble sort, the function name is. Okay, in bracket. Suppose I want to pass parameter or not, then we'll decide. So this is what function declaration. Okay, this is what function declaration, or we can say that this is function prototype. Okay, this is a proper syntax while we are implementing code in C language. First of all, header file, then function declaration, or we can say that it is function prototype, then function definition is required. अभी bubble sort function मैंने लिया है, so उसका definition नीचे आएगा. Okay, suppose I am taking here void bubble sort. Okay, this is my function definition, means there will be some function body are there. Okay, so I am giving here, this is what function body. So I hope everyone clear this part. Okay, now we'll start the code here. Okay, basically I'm going to start the code from main. Okay, main last में लिखते हैं आप code में main starting में लिखो, end में लिखो, doesn't matter, but the program execution starts from main only. That is very important part. You should understand this part. Okay, so now I'm declaring some variable here. First of all, I'm implementing this bubble sort concept using an array. So what is the first declaration part here? Yes, students, what is the declaration? Array मुझे लेना पड़ेगा. That is, if I am taking integer a of 10, means this. I hope everyone clear. This is the data type of that array. This is the name of the variable, array variable a, and I am storing total number of elements. Let's say 10. 10 elements I am going to store here, isn't it? Means this dimension says, this square bracket says we are using array variable. It's not a normal variable, it's an array variable. Okay, and I'm comma n for what? Total number of elements. Okay, this is my declaration part. So you can say that here local variable declaration. Okay, so I'm giving the comment here, local variable declaration. Fine, everyone. Now just start. First of all, I have to display here what I want to display. First of all, मुझे क्या लेना पड़ेगा? How many elements you want to take? Isn't it? Printf. मैं पहले मैसेज डालूंगी कितने elements डालने हैं. I am asking you from user. How many elements? How many elements you want to store into array? You want to store an array. How many elements you want to store an array? First of all, I should give the message. Without message, we didn't understand exactly where we are going to scan the element. Okay. So how many elements of that array we have to take? Okay. After that, we have to scan. Which variable we are using for scanf? Scan मतलब क्या? कितने total number of element? अभी ये syntax आपका learn by heart होना चाहिए. %d for integer, that is integer access specifier. Ampersand of n means where जहाँ पे n को declare किया है memory में, उस जगह पे क्या होगा? वो वैल्यू उसमें चली जाएगी. तो यूजर डालेगा how many elements you want to enter, how you want to store into that array. First of all, we have to display the message of it and then scanning the element. Now it's a very simple statement from first session where you are learning this part. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you all. Okay, now after that, this is one part is over. Now I want to scan the actual element. So again, I'm writing the message here, printf. What is the message expected here? How many element, that is I'm entering, let's say for example, n equals to 5. Okay. Let's say I'm giving here n equals to 5 elements. Okay. So 5 value is stored into the n variable. Fine. So here the message given, enter the elements in given array. Given array में मुझे element enter करने हैं, isn't it? This is my message. Okay, so I'm entering here. Fine. So for what purpose the scanf statement is required? और मैं element किस में store करने वाली हूँ? किस में store करना है? Where we want to store that element? Yes, anybody? किस में element मुझे scan करने हैं? Yes, that is scanf statement is required. Everyone agree with this? Scanf किसमें स्टोर करने वाले हैं? %d, ampersand a of I, right? I played which role? I क्या play कर रहा है यहाँ पे? इंडेक्स. ओके, तो इसीलिए आई यूज किया है. मतलब क्या आएगा, फॉर लूप आएगा. फॉर एरे पर्पस, फॉर एरे डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, फॉर लूप इज बेस्ट. सो आई एम डिक्लेयरिंग हियर इंटीजर आई इक्वल टू 0. कब तक एलिमेंट मुझे डालने हैं, कब तक उसने स्कैन करना है, जब तक टोटल नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स नहीं आते. एंड देन आई प्लस प्लस. ओके, सो आई होप एवरीवन क्लियर दिस पार्ट. Just give me the acknowledgement, dear students. Otherwise, it's only one-way communication. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Yes. So how it is stored into the array? Can anybody tell me how for loop will work? All array operation totally depend upon indices and for loop. That's it. Okay. ओके फाइन. सो हाउ इट इज एग्जीक्यूटेड वो मैं बताती हूँ आपको. ठीक है, तो पहले हमने ए ऑफ एरे लिया है, isn't it? ए ऑफ एरे कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, 0 लोकेशन पे. ओके, 0. ओके, कंडीशन चेक होगी. फर्स्ट पार्ट इज इनिशियलाइजेशन पार्ट, second is condition, and next one increment, post increment or decrement. Okay, so dear student, my suggestion is that don't mix up Python and C coding concept. Okay, Python is a little bit different how we are writing for loop and C language. Okay, so you just clear the concept of C language only. Okay, don't mix up the syntax. Okay, a of 0 means 0 is less than 5. just check I की value क्या है यहाँ पे, what is the I? Yes, I am writing in comment बार I इक्वल टू 0. ओके, I 0 है मीन्स A ऑफ 0 में मैं पहले वैल्यू डालने वाली हूँ. ओके, पहली वैल्यू से स्कैन की. लेट्स से आई एम पुटिंग द वैल्यू इज 5. ओके, सेकेंड इटरेशन. सो मैं अभी यहाँ पे लिख रही हूँ सेकेंड इटरेशन क्या होगा. देन एक चीज हो गई, स्कैन किया मतलब क्या, %d कॉमा %d फॉर इंटीजर एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर, एम्परसेंड मतलब जहाँ पे एरे को डिक्लेयर किया है. इंडेक्स क्या है, 0 लोकेशन में 5 चला गया. देन आई इंक्रीमेंटेड बाय 1, आई प्लस प्लस मीन्स व्हाट, आई इक्वल टू आई प्लस 1. सो आई की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी सेकेंड इटरेशन में. दिस इज फर्स्ट इटरेशन, दिस इज सेकेंड. यस, गिव द आंसर फास्ट. सेकेंड इटरेशन में क्या होगा,
1.
I equals to 1, A1 equals to 5.
yes, thank you so much. So I equals to what is the value of I, that is 1. So what happened in this case, A of 1 में मैं second value डालूंगी. The my value is that 4. So I am taking the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 11. Okay, fine. Now again I incremented by 1. What is the value of I now? I will
2.
be, yes, very
2.
good. I will be 2. So again it will check 2 is less than 5. What is the value of n? That is 5. Everyone agree with this? What is the value of n? That is 5. 2 is less than 5. Yes. जब तक कंडीशन 2 रहेगी तब तक हम फॉर लूप एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते हैं, isn't it? So I equal to 2. Again we have to insert the element into A of what? A of 2. Suppose मैंने element डाला, yes. A of 2 में मैंने वैल्यू डाली 3. Fine. Now again I plus plus. What is the value of I now? I equals to what? 3.
3.
Correct. I equal to 3. So 3 is less than 5. Yes. अंदर जाएगा, फिर से A of 3 में वैल्यू स्टोर करेगा. So A of 3 में क्या वैल्यू चली जाएगी? What is the value of A of 3? Let's say मैंने एंटर किया. क्या एंटर किया मैंने यहाँ पे? I am scanning the value that is 4.
2.
Yes. 5, 4, 3. Correct. 2. Thank you so much. All are in right track. Okay. Yes. Again, I plus plus. What is the value of I now? That is I equals to what? Correct.
4.
I equal to
हाँ था मोड़ तो.
check the condition. 4 is less than 5. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
4 is yes.
ma'am.
Condition is true. Means we are storing the element A of what?
3. 4.
Yes.
4.
A of 4. We are going to store the last location value, that is 5. Okay. Fine, everyone. Just mute yourself. Those who are in, yes, student. Okay, fine. Akshay Gaikwad, mute yourself. Okay, fine. Okay, so A of, what is the value of A of 4? That is, I am inserting the value A of 4 equal to 5. Now this point is clear to you all. Okay, means we are scanning these values. Fine. Means total मैंने कितने element डाले? Total number of 5 elements I am going to store. Means what? the comment here, we are reading the element. Yes, reading element from keyboard, isn't it? Element हमने कहाँ से लिए? From keyboard. Keyboards means we are scanning the input. Okay, fine. सेम जैसे हमने स्कैन किया, अभी मुझे क्या करना है, उसको डिस्प्ले करना है, तो सेम कंसेप्ट आएगा, सेम फॉर लूप आएगा फॉर डिस्प्लेइंग पर्पस, क्योंकि जैसे एरे में स्टोर किया, जैसे एरे में हम लोग एलिमेंट स्टोर कर रहे हैं, वैसे मुझे प्रिंट करना है, तो फॉर लूप सेम आएगा. सेम आई एम कॉपी पेस्टिंग हियर, जस्ट स्टेटमेंट इज चेंज्ड. फॉर प्रिंटिंग पर्पस क्या आएगा? फॉर डिस्प्लेइंग पर्पस, इंस्टेड ऑफ scanf we have to write printf here. So it's clear to you all. The statement will be printf, then there will be %d. Suppose I am giving /t. Okay, we are displaying the element. Okay, so ये ampersand चला जाएगा. That's the difference only. So I am giving the message here, printf, the elements are. Okay, there will be /n, elements are. Okay, so elements को मैं क्या कर रही हूँ यहाँ पे print कर रही हूँ. I hope everyone agree with this. So we are just scanning the array and printing it. Suppose I am giving the comment here for this function, so we can see the output here. Okay, fine. So I'm just running the code. Yes, it's given how many elements you want to store into array. Let's say I'm telling 5. Okay, I'm scanning that element, that is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just see here, the elements are, it gives an output, that is 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope everyone clear now. So ये spaces देने के लिए मैंने क्या किया है, पे display करते वक्त /t यूज किया है. Again, if I have double /t I'm using, so it gives the answer. So I hope everyone clear. We are just scanning the array and displaying the element of an array. This concept is clear. Okay. Now we have to focus on bubble sort function. So I'm making the function that it executes itself. Okay, function execute hota hai. Okay, for that purpose we have to write the definition part. Okay, so this is what function declaration. When we are passing, just see here, main में हमने वो variables use किया, array को scan किया, array को print किया, but we have to use in function independently execute होता है. It's not a relation between main and bubble function. Any function, any kind of function. So we have to pass this parameter, isn't it? हमें sorting करने के लिए क्या लगने वाला है? Total number of elements and array. तो मैं यहाँ पे pass कर रही हूँ, that is, suppose both the, I'm just giving the data type here. After completing the function, I will show you, tell you one non-technical example so that you can understand how function declaration, function calling will do. Okay, this is what function calling, function body, or we can say that this is function definition. मैंने क्या किया देखो, this is function declaration. Declaration में function का data type, function का नाम और उसमें क्या पैरामीटर पास करने वाले हैं, उसका सिर्फ क्या पता होना चाहिए, डेटा टाइप पता होना चाहिए. नॉट नेसेसरी कि आप कौन सा वेरिएबल उसमें यूज कर रहे हो, एरे यूज कर रहे हो, a of I n is not important while we are declaring the variable, but when we are defining the function, you have to give the detailed description of that function, isn't it? So I'm giving here integer a of 10, comma integer n. Fine. Why I'm passing it? Can anybody tell me why I'm passing this parameter into function as a parameter? Anybody from your side? Yes, student. It's the last session of C programming, I guess, right? Anybody? Why we are using it? I hope function concept cleared yesterday only, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Dear student, I'm telling you one non-technical example so that clear. Okay, this is what function definition. This is what function body. Okay, इसको क्या बोलेंगे? यहाँ पे हम function body लिखते हैं. और always remember that function declaration, function definition के ऊपर होता है. वहाँ पे क्या required है? Function का नाम, कौन से डेटा टाइप है वो एक्सपेक्टेड है. फंक्शन डेफिनेशन मतलब सारी चीजें उसमें होनी चाहिए. फंक्शन का नाम, उसका डेटा टाइप, रिटर्न टाइप, देन कौन से पैरामीटर्स है, उसका नाम क्या है. सिर्फ डेटा टाइप देके नहीं चलेगा, उसके पैरामीटर्स भी एक्सपेक्टेड होते हैं. एंड दिस इज फंक्शन डेफिनेशन. व्हाट अबाउट फंक्शन कॉलिंग? फंक्शन कॉलिंग हमेशा मेन में करते हैं. ओके, सो आई एम कॉलिंग दैट फंक्शन हियर. लेट्स से बबल सॉर्ट. दिस इज आवर फंक्शन नेम, ओके। और उसमें क्या एक्सपेक्टेड है, सिर्फ वो जो वेरिएबल का नाम है, लेट्स से a कॉमा n, डजंट मैटर वो एरे है या नॉर्मल वेरिएबल है, डजंट मैटर, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट, फंक्शन। इसको क्या बोलेंगे, फंक्शन कॉलिंग, ओके। सो इफ मीटिंग इज डिस्कनेक्टेड, एवरीवन हैज टू rejoin again, okay, fine, this is what function calling. So I hope everyone clear. So इसमें डिफरेंस देखो क्या क्या है। फंक्शन डिक्लेयर किया तब क्या था, सिर्फ डेटा टाइप दिया, फंक्शन का नाम और रिटर्न टाइप एक्सपेक्टेड है, हर जगह पे वो कॉमन है। डेटा टाइप दिया तो भी चलता है, पूरा डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखा है यहाँ पे तो भी चलेगा। फंक्शन डेफिनेशन में सारी चीजें होनी चाहिए, फंक्शन का नाम, फंक्शन का रिटर्न टाइप, उसका पैरामीटर सब पता होना चाहिए। बट फंक्शन कॉलिंग में नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड दैट उसका रिटर्न टाइप क्या है, जरूरी नहीं है, सिर्फ फंक्शन का नाम और उसके पैरामीटर एक्सपेक्टेड है। तो मैं आप लोगों को एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ। मान लो आपका कल फेयरवेल है, सॉरी फ्रेशर्स पार्टी है, ओके। मान लो आपका ऑफलाइन लेक्चर चल रहा है और ऑफलाइन लेक्चर चल रहा है आप लोगों का, और आपको बोला गया है कि कल गर्ल स्टूडेंट ने लहंगा पहनना है और वन पीस पहनना है, ओके। आप हॉस्टल में हो, आपने तो कुछ चीजें नहीं लाई है, ओके। कल फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूशन होने वाला है और आज आपको देखना है कि हॉस्टल में किसी के पास है क्या, आप आपके फ्रेंड्स को पूछते हो, लेडीज गर्ल्स लोगों का वन पीस है और बॉयज लोगों का टाई सूट, टाई ड्रेस, टाई और हम बोलते थ्री पीस ड्रेस फिक्स हुआ है। तो लेडीज क्या करेंगे, गर्ल्स स्टूडेंट हमेशा क्या करते हैं, अरे मेरे पास तो नहीं है, वो तो मेरा घर पे है, हम ढूंढने जाते हैं इधर उधर, मतलब हॉस्टल में इसके रूम में देख, उसके रूम में देख, इजंट इट। पहले आप क्या करोगे, व्हाट इज द फंक्शन डिक्लेरेशन, आप सिर्फ ट्राई करोगे, सपोज आपको मिला वन पीस, आप लोग पहन के देखोगे, यस वो प्रॉपरली फिट हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, मीन सिमिलर टू फंक्शन डिक्लेरेशन। वहां पे आप पूरा मेकअप वेकअप करके देखेंगे क्या, नहीं। फंक्शन डिक्लेरेशन मतलब क्या, वहां पे सिर्फ फंक्शन का नाम और कौन से फंक्शन पैरामीटर्स के डेटा टाइप वो रिक्वायर्ड है, मतलब कि आप सिर्फ पहले दिन वो वन पीस पहन के देखोगे, वेदर इट इज प्रॉपरली सुटेबल, यस नो प्रॉब्लम। दूसरे दिन फंक्शन डेफिनेशन है, मीन्स फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होने वाला है, तो फंक्शन के वक्त आप क्या करोगे फ्रेशर्स पार्टी में, यस यू हैव टू वेयर, सपोज पिंक कलर का वन पीस है तो पिंक कलर के पिंक्स लगाएंगे, पिंक कलर के सैंडल, एवरीथिंग विल बी पिंक, लिपस्टिक पिंक कलर, एवरीथिंग विल बी पिंक कलर, मतलब फंक्शन डेफिनेशन में सारी चीजें आएंगी। और गर्ल स्टूडेंट का मैं बोलती हूँ एक भी चीज मिस नहीं होती, मीन्स एवरीथिंग विल बी प्रॉपर when we are executing the function. So I hope everyone clear. So function definition में सब लगता है, उसका return type, उसका नाम, उसके parameter, all the things should be properly. But don't give the semicolon here. यहाँ पे semicolon allowed नहीं है, okay? So this is function body. ओके फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूशन चल रहा है और उसमें मैंने क्या किया, मान लो तेजस्वी स्टूडेंट है, मुझे उसको बुलाना है, मतलब फंक्शन कॉलिंग वी कैन से, मुझे उसको बुलाना है तो मुझे ऐसे बुलाना पड़ेगा क्या, यस जो स्टूडेंट है उसने पिंक कलर का लहंगा पहना है या वन पीस पहना है, उसमें मैचिंग ऐसे पिंस लगाए हैं और उसके ऐसे पर्स है, नॉट लाइक दैट। फंक्शन कॉलिंग में जरूरी नहीं है कि सारी चीजें होनी चाहिए, मैं सिर्फ बोलूंगी जस्ट वो तेजस्वी स्टूडेंट है सेकेंड ईयर, कॉम्पे कॉम्बी वटेवर कॉम्पे स्टूडेंट है उसको बुला, मीन्स व्हाट, आई एम जस्ट कॉलिंग हर नेम। Similarly here for calling the function, only the name of the function is required. So I hope everyone clear. You have to correlate this example with this part, okay? So I hope clear, everyone is clear. Function declaration क्या है, function के पहले की तैयारी, function definition मतलब पूरा execution proper होना चाहिए, क्या 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 लगेगा, everything should be clear cut given, okay? And function calling means no need to do all the things, वहां पे सिर्फ function का नाम और उसमें पैरामीटर का नाम देना जरूरी है। So I hope everyone clear now this part. Yes students, it's clear to you all? Yes. Yes, everyone. Yes, everyone has to join again the meeting. Only 1 minute in our hand. Okay. Fine. So now we'll start our main function. How bubble sort will work. Okay, that we'll see in next session. Okay. So before that, I'm just starting here. Suppose this is what with two variables I'm using. Here our function will start. Okay. So first of all, we have to do the sorting. What is meant by sorting? That point we have to focus here. Okay. So sorting कैसे करनी है? Means we have to do the bubble sort. Sorting means what? We have to exchange the element. Okay. So उसके लिए first of all we have to take temporary variable here. Temp variable used. Okay. So how it is executed, that we'll see. Okay. First of all, we have to use two for loop here.